us. He's co-host of the show. He's got comedy festival shows, which we'll talk about in a moment. Or if he does well, I'll plug his show. Can you please welcome our very good friend, Lawrence Mooney? Now it's racism round, anti-racism round, just so you know. So don't, you know.
Racism round.
No, I shouldn't have said that first. So everyone got it out of their system. That's just something.
You know, we're all from somewhere else, aren't we?
We are. Well, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Lawrence?
Bayswater, mate.
Got a problem with that? Exciting.
Before, I know we've got plenty to talk about.
Bayswater.
A little bit of a look behind the curtain, because you have co-hosted this show.
Yes, I have.
What's it like?
To sit in the chair, to feel what it's like to be at the reins.
Yeah.
I can't really remember. There was a lot of hospitality beforehand. Thank you to our friends at Mitchelton Wines. I was a bit nervous, you know. Live TV has this, you know, element of
And there are literally tens of people watching.
Tens of people have queued for minutes to watch this extravaganza.
You've been overseas. And first of all, I just want, you're wearing an Aston Villa
Aren't you
top.
an Everton fan?
I'm an Everton fan. Unfortunately, your rack of shirts doesn't include the wonderful toffees.
No, we don't.
So that's a disgrace. One of the foundation clubs of the EPL.
Yes.
So I picked Aston Villa. I like the maroon and pale blue.
Yeah,
and they've also got a bit of a natty collar
You
going
like
on
the collar?
there.
It's
I do like the collar and a little bit of a you know, period stitching there too. I noticed how I said period stitching.
Yeah. What's really convenient is that it
turned
actually...
into homophobic.
It actually...
Anti-homophobic.
Anti. I know, I think it's beautiful, and the colours really bring out your grey.
The blue.
You don't have to take that from him.
And very convenient that it actually comes with a microphone.
Yes. And happy St Patrick's Day to you too.
And
What part of Ireland is your family from, Sam?
It's that. It's that.
To be sure. You're from County O Spaghetti.
Welcome aboard.
How badly did you want to be here for Seg 1? You just wanted to be here for Seg 1.
Hey, Moon, we got
I didn't watch. Was it good?
No, it wasn't.
It didn't run so well.
Wasn't worth catching up with. Hey, you've been over in England, and you went to a Premier League game. We've got some footage of the one that you went to because you were at Goodison Park to see Manchester City versus Everton a couple of months back. This was a pivotal game in the championship race. This is one of the first times that Manchester City actually faltered in their title charge.
Yeah, Fernandinho there. He scored, and Steve Naismith, bang!
And where are you? Can we see you in this? Where were you sitting there?
On the other end. I've got to say, you know, I went along with my brothers, my two older brothers, Christopher and Stephen.
Right.
It was to pay homage to an uncle who'd passed away.
Okay.
And we're an Everton family from Liverpool, but we barrack for Everton.
Yep.
The only team. And
Had the uncle passed away before you got there, or did you go over there to...
we killed him.
Yeah.
He owed the family some money. So. We took him to the game, but he was in the boot. Oh, you laugh.
So your brothers were there.
Yeah,
Your
so we
brothers
went to
were at the
Goodison
game.
Park.
Was it nice, Goodison Park?
Well, the interesting thing about the EPL is that there's, you know, it's tens of billions of dollars worth of turnover, and the players are paid heaps, and the beautiful surface and great lights. The stands are crap.
Really?
What we expect in this country, if you've been to the SCG or the MCG or any stadium here in Australia,
Even some soccer ones would be good if you mentioned that.
I was going to get to Etihad and the other ones.
Yeah. I couldn't name any either.
No, I was going to say, I'd be more impressed if you could name
NIB
it.
Stadium, Pertex Stadium.
Yeah, even where South Melbourne, that's probably better standard than Goodison
So is it
Park.
wooden? Is it wooden?
So it's sheds, essentially. You're in a large tin shed and you're sitting in seats that were there in the 30s and 40s.
Wow.
If you want to go to the toilet, you queue.
That's just one of your pictures there.
That's not looking too bad, but the amenities behind that, you know, if you want to queue for a beer or something to eat.
What's the food? What are we talking? What are they serving up? Quinoa
What did you eat, mate? What did you eat?
Beer.
That's it.
Warrington's beer.
Wow,
It was
okay.
there was no food that was fit
But
for
great
human
atmosphere,
consumption.
I'm amazed.
But the atmosphere was great, and
Did you stand the whole time? Was there?
no,
any
everyone's sitting. There's no standing area really. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Goodison back in the 80s, 85 when we were doing very well and we beat Watford, I think 4-0 that time, and there was a standing area behind the goals. But all standing's gone, which kind of takes away a little bit of the atmosphere. But it's interesting going, up the hill to Goodison because you pass Anfield and there's a beautiful park in between. But around, there's some very nice houses, but there's a big divide too. There's some lads around.
Yeah, there's
It's very interesting to hear some of the names pronounced in a Scouse accent too. Come on, Lukaku!
Have you got any more snaps of your?
Yeah, well, I've got some of the boys there. I bought myself a scarf too.
Oh, there you are.
They're the boys.
There you are. Look at you.
Wow.
You look. Is that a train driver or is that you? You are fitting right in, Larry.
It's like you're a character on George and Mildred.
You found your element. You're the most handsome man in that place. That is.
I got a part in the pantomime.
What are you doing there?
Yeah, that's the house the missus came in. I took it home to be reunited.
Your payment for that segment.
I got a part in Thomas the Tank Engine, the musical. So
I wanted to just point out, just because Lawrence is in the Villa top, you look a lot like the current manager of Villa, Tim Sherwood.
Oh.
Do I?
Yeah, now, I know no one knows who that is, but there are people at home that meant a lot to, and especially Aston Villa fans. I'm telling you, you look like Tim Sherwood.
Is Tim Sherwood a happy man or an unhappy man? I mean,
he looks like a happy man.
He just got rid of the Sunderland manager, didn't he?
He basically did, yeah. He was in charge of Villa on the weekend.
And who do you think Sam looks like? It's anti-racism around that side.
Kim Jong-il. Gordon, sorry. How racist.
I look like a dead man. Is that what you're saying?
You look like Sam Pang.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Except balding. So let's go. Can we talk about mascots? Because I want to show you. Well, you were talking about mascots earlier.
Purple gorilla.
Yeah, I want to show you some.
I saw the purple gorilla. And part of being a mascot is to embrace the costume you're in. No matter what kind of a day you're having. Right. Shane Bourne tells this great story of sitting backstage at a shopping centre ready to go on to entertain the kids, I don't know, sing a song or whatever. And the floor manager comes in and just goes, Shane! The bear's cut sick. And the guy in the bear suit out there swearing at the kids. Oh, you little bastard. Shane, the bear's cut sick. So when you're in the costume, you can't cut sick.
Of course, the bear cut sick is the name of the band used to be in it.
Can I show you some of the A-League mascots? There's a point to this, Moon. Let's have a look. Of course, there's Pirates and Sauce Bottle, the classic nutmeg. Who could forget whatever this is? Very own purple gorilla. Obviously,
that's where the purple gorilla actually hid that the handbag.
That's purple gorilla. Now, I bring this up, Moon, and I want to ask you.
Because I have done some costume work.
I know you've done some costume work, and yes, because we'll bring that up in a moment because things can go wrong. I want to take you to the NBA and the Denver Nuggets mascot Rocky.
That's my team.
Yeah, that's yours. And here he is coming down from. Now the game is that he comes down from the roof
That's
and he
too
jumps
far.
around.
That's too far.
Down he comes, and everyone's getting pumped up to see Rocky bounce around, jump on a little tramp. Cheerleaders are loving it, but unfortunately the guy had passed out. So Rocky was just.
That's crazy. He just did Rocky get the bends on the way down.
His handler actually was yelling out, Rocky hasn't cut sick. He's not cutting sick. He's dead.
So I bring this up, Moon, because you tell a story about Shane Bourne's old showbiz career, but you yourself have done some time inside some suits, have you not?
I was Billy the Bottle in the...
Now, Billy the Bottle.
Billy the Bottle in the Moomba Parade, part of the recycling float.
The kids love that.
In a big foam bottle, I've got green leotards on and big black shoes. Hey kids, don't forget to throw Billy the Bottle in the recycling. Don't put him in the rubbish. Oh, I'm sorry if you believe in Billy the Bottle. He's okay. Yeah, I'm just imitating him.
So you had
a bit of a voice and also had a handler because Billy was on a harness and towering above me, and I could just see out of his mouth, so the handler would, steer me around. Yeah. And we got to the end of the parade, and the handler said, "I've got to go to the loo," and just left me there. And I'm just kind of staring out the mouth and thinking, and all of a sudden, just whiplash, boom, I'm down. and I can just hear this laughing, and people are jumping on me. It's not funny. It's an occupational health and safety hazard. But people forget there's a person inside a large foam thing. Anyway, I'm looking through my little mouth vent, and all I can see is the socks and pom-poms of the Greek dancers. The Greek dancers are going to town.
Are they cutting sick?
They are cutting sick. I go to get up, push myself up, boom, I'm down again. And then, so I'm just screaming. Billy's now not saying, put me in the recycling, he's saying other things. He's calling people things he shouldn't call them. It's like, I'm going to throw you in the rubbish, Billy, with that mouth. And so I finally stand up and I just throw an elbow out, and it perfectly connects with the Greek dancer who goes down. And people are around the bottle just going, what's going on, mate? Spiro, you know, it's like, and there's a mother there with you should get a red card for that, you poofed the bottle. And Spiro's got a tea towel to his mouth, and he's lost some teeth.
What's the message?
The message is always recycle.
You've been watching Santo Salmon Heads Total Football. Michael's opponent speaking. Now, this is the Fox.